Good evening. They've let us down. An Aberdeenshire mother has spoken of her anger after her toddler wasn't given enough morphine after open heart surgery. Ellie McAdam from Peterhead is now launching a legal action against NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde after her son Theo was left permanently disfigured following the surgery. It comes after the same hospital gave a 7-week-old baby 200 milligrams of paracetamol instead of 20 last week. Gráinne Grehan has more.
Theo was just 4 weeks old when he had his first open heart surgery. He was born with cardiac conditions and his heart defects needed to be repaired. Only 2 years later, he needed a second surgery. But after recovering well, a mistake in the amount of morphine given has led to lifelong damage.
They'd assured us, 20 milligrams of morphine is going to keep him sleeping, steady, safe. So when they'd come in and said to us, oh, he's actually not on 20 milligrams of morphine, he's on 2. And then one of his bedside nurse had said to us, well, actually, I've weaned it this morning down to 15, so it's 1.5. So he was on next to no pain relief, considering his chest had just been cracked.
Theo woke in agonising pain, causing him to blow out his intravenous lines in distress. He's now been left with permanent injuries to his diaphragm. His mother says she's been left with no faith in the healthcare system.
Morphine's a controlled drug. Like, 2 people have to co-sign for that. 2 separate people need to say, this is the dosage, this is what we're given, this is what was in the vial, batch numbers, serial numbers. And 2 people have both just not done their jobs right. And because of that, Theo's permanently disfigured. His diaphragm is still paralysed. That's never going to repair itself.
Theo's family lodged an official complaint against the NHS last year, with NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde apologising for their error. But Ellie says she was traumatised this week after learning about 7-week-old Zohan Il-Hassan being given 200 milligrams of paracetamol instead of 20 at the same hospital. She's now preparing for legal action against the health board.
The vials that the morphine comes in that they usually order are usually such and such a dosage, and the ones that arrived in the delivery this time were a different dosage. And I'm saying, so you're telling me that they just made an assumption, and off of that assumption, my family went through such a traumatic experience because you assumed a controlled drug to a 2-year-old. That's unacceptable.
The NHS Board's acute medical director said this evening that they had apologised unreservedly to Theo's family and that the case is subject to a significant adverse event review, which is still ongoing. For Theo, more surgeries are likely in the future due to his heart condition, but his mother says she fears for her family returning to the hospital. Gráinne Grehan, STV News.